our form is still really good now, and I think we're getting stronger and stronger as a squad. We had a reserve game on Monday there where everybody that needed the minutes got it, so that's bolstered the squad again. Clark Robertson, Scott Fraser got added to that, Charlie Riley as well. So, there's strength coming into a squad at the moment. I think are really reaching for them, and just desperate for our next game because we're at home. Not been at home for a while. We've got a really proud home record. We've won 2, drawn 1 there, but even in the back of last season, we build a lot in our home form and the synergy that we create between us and the fans, and that's something that we're really looking forward to. 2 home games now until the international break, so the players and staff, everybody were champing at the bit and desperate for these games to come along.
You've got a lot of talented midfielders, and you maybe have a different idea, but from the outside it looks like that's a place still to be claimed, the Luke McCowan gap, if you like. Finn Robertson, my spies, told me played really well in the bounce game, so I'm guessing he's coming to your thinking.
Yeah. Listen, it's based in me, and I say that to the player, and I've said that since day one when I come in the building. I want competition for places, whether it's a goalkeeper, the right defender, the left attacker. I want competition for places all over, but I want healthy competition, and that's something that I've got here, because how close-knit a group we've got here, how strong a group we've got. So as long as there's that competition, but it's healthy, I know I've got that in the building. And you're highlighting there, an area of the pitch that, there was strong performances from Finn Robertson, from Scott Fraser, from Josh Mulligan, and it gives me that headache that I want. I want to have that headache that boys are informed, they're playing well. Who do I pick? Who do I deploy for each game? But that's them doing their job. So I'm pleased with that, and I want them to continue to take that individual responsibility for their own game.
Aberdeen have taken all plaudits, but you've taken big scalps already at Dens Park this season, so I'm guessing nothing to fear. It's a home game and one.
No, listen, it's a fact. It's a home game that we're very much looking forward to. As I say, we've got a good record. 3 we've played at home. We've won 2. 2 really emphatic wins and a good draw. We were behind twice. I think showed a lot of character. So we love being at home. And the fact that the fans are the way they've been. They're so supportive. I know that Aberdeen will bring down a strong travelling support. I know that they'll get behind their team, but I know for a fact that our supporters will get behind the team, and I would just urge them to be there again because they're so important. That home form is, they're pivotal towards that, and the energy that they create for the players, they thrive on it, and I'm looking forward to that. I think it'll be a great spectacle on Saturday, and I know the Dundee fans will contribute massively to that.
And final one from you, mentioned Clark there. I know he's there or thereabouts. Is he back into your thinking for this weekend?
Yeah. As I say, they're really strong reserve performance on Monday. He's trained subsequently every day and trained really well. So he comes into the squad along with Scott Fraser.
Fantastic. Good luck.
Thank you.
You mentioned that spectacle, so I just wondered, can that bring out the best in your players as well? I mean, it's got all the ingredients for a real.
Yeah, it does. The bigger, I always say to my players, the bigger the game, the bigger the performance, and it's a big game on Saturday. Of course it is, but it's the occasion because I know from experience the support that will come down for Aberdeen, so they'll do their bit. But I also know that the way we've been at home, and particularly with the pitch that we're playing on now, the players love playing at home. They love playing on that pitch. They love playing in front of their own fans. So it does, it should serve up a really, really good spectacle.
The last few games you put a lot into them. You haven't had the points return you would have wanted.
There's only one league game.
Is it fair to say that given all the positive things that we've been talking about, it's just trying to tighten things up at the back? That's the key thing at the moment.
I'd say that's a fair comment. Because I think before last week's game I think we were the top scorers in Scotland. So it's always getting that, trying as manager and as a coaching staff to make sure you get the balance between scoring enough and not conceding. And probably that's where we fell down last week. We're still creating the chances, but we never executed them last week, which is very unlike us. But the way I see the team playing, training, the energy in the team, the individual ability in that top area of the pitch will always create chances. Will always create chances. So I'm really confident in that. And I think something that particularly Clark Robertson will help us with. That defensive edge and making sure that behind the ball we're balanced and we don't give up. Counter-attack goals, or when we're in possession we're secure behind that. That is probably something that you could say that we could improve on, and something that we've been working very hard on training to make sure we do.
How big a challenge are you expecting from Aberdeen? And just obviously your old club, what have you made of the start they've made?
They've had a very good start. What they've done is through similar to us, through the League Cup campaign. They've gained momentum. They've probably been a wee bit more fortunate with the draws that they've had rather than ours, but to be fair to them, they've gained the momentum and it's taken them into the league campaign, and they've won all their games in the league. And again, that's, as I say, that's really important. So we know that there's a a team coming here that are they're high in confidence. They've gained that momentum, but it's our job and it's my job as Dundee manager to try and stop that momentum.
And then just in terms of your team news, so it's Clark, Spark, Scott comes into contention. Any other bumps and bruises?
Yeah, Jordan McGee, unfortunately, who was taken off in the Rangers game, Jordan's picked up a knock, so we won't see Jordan for another couple of weeks. Certainly not until after the international break. But no, but really buoyed and enthusiastic about the introduction now into the squad of Scotty and Clark.
What's the?
It's a calf injury.
Just generally, a host of names have been linked with the Hearts job. You're among them. Just what do you make of that? I mean, anything to say?
I get it's like when you ask in the January window. I really don't get drawn in speculation. You know, I've got a big job to do here at Dundee Football Club, and that's my full focus. You know, disappointed to see Nazy losing his job. I really liked him, really good guy. I thought he'd done a brilliant job last year, and there's a wee kind of kindred thing there because we kind of started at the same time and we had a good relationship. So I felt for him, but I've got absolutely no hesitation that he'll get back in again from the experience he's had at a big club like Hearts. He'll get back in. So, but it's never nice, you know, to see a colleague go. But as I say, my full focus is at the moment on Dundee.
Billy, very simply, just give us your thoughts ahead of a huge game this weekend.
Yeah, 100%. And also seeing how the league is tight at the moment. Not everyone, but some teams, you know, like in the middle, is quite tight. And we definitely need points, and we are aware of who we are playing against this weekend. Obviously, they're one of the games, and they are unbeaten. Obviously, we lost the last game in the league, and obviously we need a good comeback. And this is what we are doing now in training. We are preparing for the game, and yeah, this is what we do. Yeah.
You say you need the points. I guess it's because you're going into this game, last 4 games without a win. There's still been a lot to like about Dundee. You've been putting a lot into these last 4 games as well, but just trying to tighten things at the back. It's the issue at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah. So this is what we are working on at the moment in training, and even doing like video stuff and with the back line, with the whole team, with the manager, with the whole staff. Definitely, there's a few things that we need to work with that we are doing actually. Obviously, on the previous game, we saw a few things that we needed to correct, and hopefully it's going to be different maybe this weekend. Hopefully we see the improvement, and hopefully from this weekend in the games that are coming forward, going to be a bit better. But yeah, let's see how the game is going to look like.
How tough a challenge do you face this weekend? Because you're coming up against a team that's, it's been well documented, just the remarkable start to the season that they've made.
Yeah, 100%. Every team is different, you know. Every team is different, whether collectively or even individually. So we just take games by games. We just look how they play, the players that they have, how connected they are on the pitch, and depending on how they play and depending on the mentality and the mindset, then we can adjust also. So we prepare as well, and also we have our style of playing, and yeah, it's going to be a good confrontation, 100%, and a good fight, and we are ready for that.
It's the first chance that certainly I've had to speak to you since you came to Dundee from Liverpool. Just very simply, why was this the right next step for you in your career?
Yeah, obviously it's a good league, 100%. Obviously, it's true that I played already in Liverpool. I had a few loans as well in other leagues and other countries. To be fair, I spoke with the manager during the summer. We had a lot of chats to be fair with Liverpool even during the summer, and the idea of how we play here and how the manager wanted me to improve at this part of the career, because I'm still in the process of improving year after year, and what I wanted to do this year, how I wanted to improve. So basically, we had like 3 visions, and my vision and the vision of Dundee, the vision of Liverpool was the same. So everything just got connected, and that's why I saw it as the best challenge for me for the season. And obviously, there's fantastic games, 100%. And even seeing a few players that came in this league that I know even personally, and how well they have done, or even how Dundee helped them, or even I know even for example this weekend there's a player that I know who's playing for Aberdeen, and seeing how the league also how is performing in the league and how his game is going up and up and up. So a few things that convinced me 100% to coming to the club, and obviously the game that like the teams that we are playing against, we just build a lot of things on my game and on the things I need to work on 100%.
Who's the Aberdeen player?
Clarkson.
Oh right, okay. And did you speak to him
Oh, yeah.
before you made the move?
Oh, before I came, I spoke with Owen Beck. Who did a good year. I think we all know that. He played well, and even how the club just helped him, and everyone here just spoke to me about Owen Beck, how Owen was, and even I was on the phone with Owen before I came, and everything he said basically I just saw it. I just saw it and I experienced it. So Owen was the one really that I took a counsel from.
I mean, was there an opportunity for you to stay as a Liverpool player, but come here on loan? Because obviously it's a 2-year deal here. I mean, was that ever an option?
Yeah, it was. It was even an option, to be fair. But we decided to close the last chapter and to open a new one, and this is what I did. But yeah, obviously it was an option, but we chose that one.
You mentioned 3 things that you want to achieve. Can you tell us what they are?
Personally or collectively?
All 3 things, if you can tell us.
Yeah, 100%. I think even depending on the age, depending where we are in the career, I think every player has a few goals starting to judge it, whether it's individually or even collectively. I think there's a lot of things I need to improve. But also, I want also to the things that I've done in the past, or the things I've done, whether in Liverpool, whether with the young ones, whether with the first team, or whether even when I was on loan, whether it can be in Austria or in France, is to confirm again what I did, and to confirm that I can do that every single weekend, and have a full season of showing what I can do. And obviously, the things I need to improve on, I think it's a good league where I can build on that, and I can work on that, obviously, and even collectively, in terms of like whether defensively, I like how I organize the backline and stuff like this, leadership, and all those things. I think that is the best area to work on those things 100%. Yeah.
You mentioned the conversations you had with the manager over the summer. Was it that kind of personal touch that helped you? I don't know if you identified areas that you can develop if you come here. Was that important to you, that somebody's taking that time to see how you can improve, and it's not just about getting you in, it's about helping your career as well?
Yeah, 100%. When I spoke to him, when I was speaking with him during the summer, and even with the assistant, the thing is, I saw how well they knew me. That kind of like shocked me a bit, to be honest, and they were very honest with me in terms of what I do good and what I can improve on. So that honesty and how well they knew me, and how they even had the same vision as I had in terms of what I want to do this season, and this really convinced me to come. And it's true that sometimes, depending on the clubs and depending on the league, sometimes managers are different. Sometimes they can just say, oh, you just come and just stay there, or just do this, and like there's no really like a project. There's really a project here this season, and he has really a vision on what he wants to do, and even with the team. So that really convinced me, to be fair. The chat that I had with the manager, I think that was the big difference, 100%.
It really just, it's easy sometimes to sit in that kind of academy football bubble, where everyone is your friend and everything's good, and a defeat is just a blip, or if you're playing for Liverpool, not a regular thing. Testing yourself though on this kind of stage against teams like Rangers, Celtic, Aberdeen, in front of a packed Dens Park crowd, that's the real development though, isn't it? That crowd on your back, if you make a mistake, standing up and doing it again.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. As you said, I think just taking the academy like for years is just like the comfort zone. I think, I think if you if everyone is watching football and everyone is watching even like the academies and stuff, we see so many good players. Even sometimes they are going on loan, they can come. Some come in Dundee or Aberdeen or whatever, all those leagues, and seeing them performing and coming back with it. It looks like sometimes they need also to go abroad and like to start a career or stuff like this. So it depends on the project and depends on the project or, for example, or Liverpool or even them individually. I think it's like where you really make yourself and where you really come out of your comfort zone. Then now, come on, now you have to show what you can do, and this is the next step now where you come into men's football, the men's game, and now we see really who you are as a man. We don't see you anymore as a child. So is the step I think for everyone who really wants to start a career. I think. Yeah.
It's a good parallel with Leighton because he obviously went to Blackburn Rovers on loan, but then he's one of 40 players in that squad, and it's hard. Sometimes he's on the bench, sometimes he's not even in the squad. He comes to Aberdeen, he's playing every week, and you can see him develop as a human as well, as a person.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's true. I think, for example, when he went there, then he chose then to leave after a good season that he did. I think sometimes we need just to take the good decisions. I think 100%, not just stay in the comfort zone or whatever. But sometimes it's good to try things. He tried it, which was good, and depending on the outcome that he had, it took then another step, another decision. Then he kind of like reacted in a certain way, and now it's good for him. It's good for him. I think he enjoys it 100%, and hopefully just continue for him.
And finally, as Tyrone was saying, Dundee have played really well in these games, and it's that old football cliche, really fine margins. It was difficult up at Ross County. You perhaps should have had a penalty. That may have made it a different game. And again, even against Rangers, until the last goal late on, you were chasing to get back in the game, and maybe a goal for you would have changed the tie. So there's not much wrong with this Dundee team. You just need a bit more rub of the green, maybe.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, so this is something that we spoke about as a team, and a few things that we need to manage to change. But the season is still going. The season is still going. We still have games, and definitely we still. And it's quite tight. If you can see at the table right now, it's quite tight. So 3 points will make a big difference, I think, and to gain the rhythm again of just having this consistency of winning games, and 100% it will make a big difference, I think. Yeah.